Who was a victim of attempted kidnapping is doing well, and it appears wasn't badly affected by the attempted kidnapping incident. That's according to the mother. A video showing the incident at a supermarket in Umhlanga, KwaZulu-Natal last week has since gone viral. eNCA's Dasen Thathiah has been following the story and joins me now for an update from our Durban studio. So Dasen, you've had the opportunity to speak to this little boy's family. What are they saying about the incident?
Well, Tulas, it's every parent's worst nightmare, isn't it? That you go shopping and you just turn away for a second and you turn around again and the child that you're with is no longer there. And that's exactly what happened to Karen Lewitz. She's the grandmother that you see in that video that went viral, showing that little boy, 18 months old, being snatched out of that trolley by a man dressed as a security guard. As you would imagine, the family is still very shaken. They are quite upset by what's happened. But I think to best talk about exactly what happened at that moment, let's take a listen to Karen Lewitz's interview, or at least a piece of that, where she describes how she reacted when she turned around to see that her grandson was no longer there.
When I realized he was gone, I just started to scream. You don't actually have the sound on that, but I think I screamed so loud that the next day my ears were blocked. I screamed and running towards him, I think I was still screaming, and I just grabbed him and went and put him back inside the trolley. I just wanted us to be safe. But it was just sad that it was as though no one else cared and no one else noticed.
So you rightly describe it as every parent's worst nightmare, Dasen. What is the family saying now that they have the boy back?
Well, the mother, Amy Pohl's focus now is on justice being served. But nevertheless, she talks about how now she's afraid to even take her little boy out of the door of the flat that they live in. She's afraid of being in public spaces because she feels that they're now wary of everyone and everything around them. And that, I guess, is a direct result of what's happened. The grandmother, Karen Lewitz, is also saying something similar. In fact, she now wants to stay indoors for this time, at least. And I think the sad part about this is that she was just in Durban for a short while to look after the little boy while his mum is working. She actually comes from Cape Town. But there's certainly a lot of shock and also a little bit of paranoia. But just take a listen to what they said about how they're feeling now in the aftermath.
Just shocked by the whole thing, really. I'm still trying to work through it. It's just caused me to mistrust people. I always thought that everyone had good intentions.
I was so angry that a foreign man had picked up my child, and I'm still so angry. He had no consent and he had no rights whatsoever, and he was so casual, and that's what gets to me the most. And I viewed the footage after it had happened. We went to Pick and Pay, and my face was as hot as fire. I just thought, this man is guilty. He had no good intentions here. He said that he had picked the child up to play with him. And I assure you that in my heart I know that that is not the case.
Dasen, what are police telling us about the investigation?
The investigation is still very much in its early stages. I mean, the suspect in this case has only just made his first court appearance, and he will be due back in court next week for a bail application. That's where we expect there will be more details about exactly what happened that will be revealed. But in the interim, police are also warning anyone that's out during this time. It's a particularly busy period, this December time, that they need to be careful when they're out with their children, and they should not divert their attention away from them, not even for the slightest moment. And they're saying that there just needs to be increased vigilance, considering how crowds are in these shopping malls and other centres during this time.
All right, Dasen, thank you so much. Tracking that story there for us, Dasen Thathiah, live for us from our studios in Durban.